Hey everyone, it's Suzanne, and I want to thank you for joining us for our So Suzy podcast, where we'll be exploring and demystifying some of the crafting world's greatest mysteries. You will also be able to get the show notes and the links we reference by visiting us at www.sosuzypodcast.com. Today's podcast is sponsored by My Sweet Petunia and the amazing Misty. Before we get started, this is a podcast on bullying. We have found a lot of nasty comments on people's social media sites that we'll be sharing, and they are not nice. If you have little people around, or perhaps you just don't want to listen to the topic, please stop here. We will have a lot more fun and positive podcasts for you to listen to, so you won't hurt my feelings by hitting stop. There are a lot of people who have inspired me throughout my life. From my amazingly creative mother and grandmother, my patient husband, who keeps me grounded and reminds me to find my Zen place. And then the three men who have helped to shape my tenacity and passion: Jack Bauer, Mitch Rapp, and Jack Reacher. Yes, these three fictional badasses have made a huge impact on my life, and when times get a little less fun and people start to fry my fanny, I like to think to myself, what would my boys do? A nice, warm feeling of bliss and contentment washes over me, and I feel like I am one with the universe again. This is also my way of dealing with the haters and trolls. If you feel I may be a touch dramatic, let me read you a few comments that have been left for our crafty brethren. How lazy can you be? Just kill yourself so we don't have to look at your awful card. F you, this is the crappiest group ever. Bunch of racist effing people. I will have this page shut down. You suck and your videos suck. You know, the last time I checked, we weren't in a cage match. We weren't gladiators. And we're not at war. We are crafters. This is not politics. People's cards or creative endeavors are not going to impact anyone's way of life, except in a positive way. This is a hobby, someone's creative outlet. To leave a nasty comment is horrible. We aren't 12 years old with no concept of how our words impact those around us. Quite simply, you're behaving like a nasty troll attacking someone's hobby, an outlet for creativity, quite possibly an emotional stability to cope with personal tragedy. Whether we quilt, knit, decorate cookies, make jewelry, stamp planners, paint, sculpt, make cards, color, we live in a world of creative therapy. And after comments like those, we may need therapy or bail money. You want to tell me my coloring sucks? Well, bite me. Let's see you post something online for the world to see. Bet you don't have the gonads to show us yours. And yes, I would be the one who would need the bail money over the therapy. I just don't tolerate bullies. But the reality is, there will always be bullies, haters, and trolls. It's part of life, unfortunately, and it's time to understand that there is doing and not doing, managing and tolerating, and enabling. The more you make your presence known out in cyberland, the more likely you will become a target. That doesn't mean you shouldn't put yourself out there. It just means you need to find a way to cope with the viciousness, because it is not going away. I don't care how many anti-bully rallies you go to. It's about knowing when to ignore, vent, or punch Chipper in the face. For example, if someone leaves you a nasty comment like, "You suck and your videos suck," do you ignore, delete, or respond? If you ignore and leave it for others to see, what feelings does that statement convey to your followers? Indignation, anger, annoyance, fear, anxiety? By leaving the comment, you could stir some major poo between the person who left it and some of your followers who could stick up for you, which strengthens your pathetic bully. It could also cause some of your followers to not want to engage at all for fear of being attacked. If you delete it, what will they feel then? Happiness, inspired, relaxed, peace, comfort? Or do you type out a nasty retort? But maybe instead of hitting post, you delete your nasty comeback and just delete the comment altogether. By typing out a response, it lets you vent to yourself, and by deleting the offending garbage, it gets the negativity out of your space. Let's face it, it's your blog, your YouTube channel, your Instagram, your Facebook page. You wouldn't let them stay in your house if they said that crap, so why would you let them stay on your social media sites? However, when do you do more than just ignore and delete? When do you stand up for yourself? When is enough enough? It's really easy to be 10 foot tall and bulletproof when you're behind a screen and a fake name. And that's what we must remember. I can tell you right now, those people who leave nasty comments, send hater emails, or attack you online are not so scary when you physically confront them. I had a very nasty email sent to me from a customer. I am talking more swear words than an Eddie Murphy Raw tribute. I was shocked, I was mortified, I was irate, and I was not going to let this woman bully me over email, threaten me with going to social media, or make up lies just so she could get something for free. Lucky me, I had her phone number since she was a customer. So I called her on the phone without telling her beforehand. When I sweetly identified myself to her, you could have heard a pin drop. It was the most satisfying sound I could ever imagine. Do you know what she said when I told her I read her email? I didn't know you read your emails. Really? Who else would read my emails? Needless to say, after I addressed her email and bully tactics, she not only backed down, she apologized and placed another order. Sometimes, confronting a bully is the best thing you can do. For those of you who own a business and get bullied or threatened by your customers, try calling them on it. Be polite, professional, and courteous, but confront the issue before they find their super strength. It's amazing what a voice can do to paralyze a bully. Of course, we don't always have a phone number, and there are those personal attacks that keep you up at night, invade your dreams, give you nightmares with your nemesis wearing a dominatrix outfit, making you jump through flaming hoops of glitter and paper cuts because you are afraid to stand up for yourself. When is it okay to stand up to the bullies? Not only are you upset by the comment they left, but what will happen if you respond back? Will you look like a raving lunatic? Will you look like a bully? Will people attack you more? When is it time to bully the bully? Honestly, there is no set time because we all have different thresholds of what bothers us. What may annoy me and send me over the edge and in dire need for bail money may just be a happy delete button for you. If someone told me to just kill myself so we don't have to look at your awful card, I probably would have responded with, "You first." We talk about being authentic, and I'm pretty sure my authenticity equals self-preservation. Those snarky stamps are all Suzy. I make no excuses. I make no secrets. I'm snarky. You will always get what I'm thinking if you ask. This is me. I don't pretend to be perky. I am perky. I don't pretend to be nice. If I'm nice to you, it's because I have no reason not to be. If I'm short-tempered with you, you're going to know it immediately. And I'll tell you why. I don't have a problem with deleting, confronting, or talking about your sad, pathetic existence with my friends, which is healthy. If you have fallen victim to the tyrants, do not be afraid to vent. I recommend venting privately, not publicly, but your core group of friends or family are there for you. You can tell them what you wish you could have said to the evil spawn of Satan. It's therapeutic, and hopefully it will alleviate any leather-clad, whip-wielding tyrants in your nightmares. Essentially, you can ignore, delete, confront, or vent privately. But how about learn from the cruelty? If someone said, "I hate your ugly pictures, they make me want to gouge my eyeballs out with hot pokers." Is that nasty? Yes. However, let's dissect it. What are they really saying? 1, they have a flair for the dramatics, which I can appreciate. 2, my pictures could be better. And if I look at my pictures, I will definitely admit they could be better. So what can I do to improve them? Because I looked through the hate to the real message, I allowed myself to learn from the comment. But what do you do with the message itself? Delete, ignore, or respond? What do you feel most comfortable with? Learning and deleting? Ignoring and leaving to possibly cause an issue? Comment and address? Do you attack or diffuse? Me? I learn, address, and diffuse with a small kick to the head. My response would be along the lines of, wow, pokers to both eyes. I could see one eye, but two? Perhaps before you maim yourself, you should try having a few Captain Cokes. By the time I get to 4, my pictures look pretty amazing. Now, if my followers see this exchange, they would probably think I know this person, and we're being silly. They aren't heated up or feeling awkward, and I handled the situation in true, authentic Suzy style. When it comes to bullies in Cyberland, just remember that they obviously have insecurities of their own. Possibly they couldn't have the school lunch pizza that was greasy good when they were growing up, and they aren't surrounded by an amazing group of creative people who support each other. You just need to decide what the best way is for you when handling the hate. My go-to hate reliever is imagining what Jack, Mitch, and Jack would do to them, venting to my girlfriends, and when it gets almost unbearable, I watch The Rock sing Shake It Off on Lip Sync Battle. It never fails to brighten my mood. But before we go, I do want to say this. When you post, know your audience. Do not post snarky or foul cards in a group on Facebook that may not be receptive to your humor. You are opening yourself up to criticism and possibly offending someone, and that is because of the choices you made. Don't be a part of a Facebook group who breeds negativity, hate, or cruelty. By staying in the group, you are essentially condoning the behavior, and just like I used to tell my children, if you're hanging out with the kids who are throwing rocks and a window gets broken, you're all responsible. Know the difference between snarky and cruel. Don't throw a temper tantrum if you don't win a contest. We know you never win anything. Grow up. If you have a sudden urge to say something nasty, step away or type and delete it. Imagine if the person you're about to tell to go kill yourself just lost their mother, daughter, sister, or best friend. Just don't. You never know what is going on behind the screen. Be honest, be real, be authentic, but don't be nasty. So until next time, go make something pretty, leave a random person a fun comment, and go watch The Rock shake it off. This is Suzanne, and you have been listening to the So Suzy podcast. Happy stamping!